Hina and Teru visit Kana's place on Ukui, the last day of Kyubon, or it can be said the Okinawan version of Obon. Here, Teru learns about the intricacies of the Ukui, which starts with the Ututu. However, suddenly, Kana tells him Duhiza Mazuki, which translates to get on your knees in mainland. Though in Okinawa, it is a local term meaning assuming the Seiza sitting position. Obviously, Teru misunderstands and thinks he must do the romantic pose like asking a lady for her hand. Seeing him, both girls get embarrassed while the elderly people think he is proposing to them. After resolving the misunderstanding, Teru notices the 2 sugarcane stalks at the altar and the nuances surrounding it. It is always 2. One is used by the departed loved one as a means to carry gifts home, while the other is used as a walking cane on the way home while carrying things in a ganshina on their heads. Part of the Ututu ritual is the giving of money to the departed, that is, burning uchikabi, money that can be spent in gusu, the afterlife, though burning it also causes a lot of smoke. At that time, Teru gets to witness a street junei, where people go around the streets in the village doing an aisa on Oban. While at it, Kana and Hina also say that their grandfather will be very happy with Teru, as the uchikabi he burned is said to be equivalent to many millions of money in the afterlife world. Later, as Teru and his friends eat at an Okinawa soba shop, he learns about its history. When Japan's Fair Trade Commission dissuaded Okinawa Prefecture to stop using the term in 1976, as their noodles have almost no buckwheat flour in it, at least 30% is required, the Okinawa Noodle Union, Okinawa Noodle Manufacturing Co-op, stood up and campaigned the noodle all over Japan as a part of Okinawan culture. Thus, the term Real Okinawa Soba was permitted on October 17, 1978, and every October 17th since then is Okinawa Soba Day. However, Teru underestimated the Korogusu hot sauce that is added to the dish, adding an entire bottle to his bowl, causing him to, according to Tetsu, be drunk, as the condiment is made by soaking island chili peppers in awamori. At that time, the group notices Teru has become a bit loose-lipped around Hina, and after a bit of persuasion from Yai, he also does the same thing with Kana, though he himself forgets the whole incident the next day. On the hottest day of summer break, Teru thinks it's good to be on the beach and get a tan. Hana reminds him to not underestimate the hot weather, as Okinawa's UV index is twice that of Sapporo, as the waters act as mirrors concentrating the sunlight, which might cause actual burns, and not the usual sunburn. Teru becomes uneasy, though, when Hana shows her Shimazori tan line on her foot. Seeing none on Kana, Hana thinks she has already grown up, as adults have fewer chances to wear Shimazori slippers, putting Kana in an embarrassing situation. Teru also gets to experience his first Okinawan typhoon. He also finds out that, aside from stocking on ready-to-eat food and other groceries, lines at the Tsutaya DVD rental places are packed, as they can be watched even in the event of a power outage. The izakayas are also packed with workers whose work is suspended due to the typhoon. Teru seems to have underestimated the Okinawan typhoon, not knowing that typhoons are actually stronger in Okinawa than in Kanto. He pigged out on snacks when he arrived home and fell asleep, only to wake up when the typhoon was raging outside. He forgot to prepare, much less charge his phone as the power outage occurred. Suddenly, certain noises associated with the typhoon scare him, including the sound of the roof rumbling in the wind. Then, he hears someone strongly knocking on the door. Upon opening it, he is surprised to see it is Kana.